everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Today's matchup could be a drag-em-out brawl as both teams rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed. The Browns are #1 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Giants, who will need to be sharp on offense. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And they're going to go soft on the corners. To throw is Bortles. Over the middle to Beckham. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. So here's the starting 11, and the human highlight reel, Odell Beckham Jr., watch out for him.
One of the few guys in the league that gets you and I out of our hotel rooms early to get here for pregame warm-ups and watch him go through his routine. He's absolutely amazing catching the football.
On third and long, it's Bortles. So left side, it's complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your play list.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They come up in an offset eye. Bortles. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
You have to love Jamie Collins. You can use him just about anywhere on the defense. Inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He might even play a little bit of safety if you give him the chance.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down. Kyle Brinza now on for the field goal. And Brinza's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Going left side here, and it's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
In motion, Hill. They go play action. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah. I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just wrong on every level. That was spectacular.
And now a carry here for their fullback. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Time running out here on the play clock. Bortles now to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that brings up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. He's going to float this one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lynch. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Now a play fake here on that. No escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Watch left. No, Jack, Patriot. Hurry up. No, Jack, Patriot.
Off the play fake, here's Lynch. Looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Will tie the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it, they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On second down, here's Bortles. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. And they'll run it here. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Bortles. Looking right sideline, that's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They go play action here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Giants first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They run the counter now on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Bortles going to throw. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got time. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. On second down, here's Lynch. Surveying the field. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. It's good, and it's 21-10. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Bortles now on first down. Finding time to Shepard, complete over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing on first down is Bortles. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Lynch. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Let's go! 3-19! Detroit!
On third down, Lynch. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. So that penalty, the offense shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. Now 3rd and 16.
Here we go now.
In motion, Hill.
3-19.
Play action. Now Lynch. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want.
There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. As an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they're going to speed things up here.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Lynch to throw. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. Fletcher Cox continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Lynch. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, Lynch letting one go deep for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Lynch. And he comes back with one complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. From the gun, it's Lynch. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And New York set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They'll come out in the pistol. In motion, left Shepard. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they're called shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's got time. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward. And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. but they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will actually break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And Brenza's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. The one running back is Gurley. On 2nd down, here's Lynch. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 3rd down, Lynch. Wide open receiver complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He's played a great game that continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Another pistol look here. On 1st down, it's Lynch. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Second and 10 now. It's Lynch. Eluding the pressure right. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He hurdles him.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. He's going to... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Beckham with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Gurley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Now let's go.
On 2nd down, Lynch. It's Hill, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It goes as a pickup of 23. And it's first down, New York. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Again, it's Bortles. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on the head. Oh, it coughed it up! There, this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up your scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.